Picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
My name is Optimus Prime. Autobots, roll out!
Well, isn't this a surprising way to end the year? Here, I thought I'd done my last video for 2023 when in the, not in the mail because it doesn't come that way, got a delivery of the right leg of Optimus Prime, the Agora Optimus Prime. We're going to fill out this leg to match what we did last time. And I have no doubts that it'll be just as fun as it was last time. So, like I normally do on these builds, I am going to complete a section and show you, but I think this time as a year-end bonus, I will drag out all of the parts, so we will try to show you what the entirety of this Prime is going to look like, or at least the parts that I have. So I've got the instructions downloaded to my pad. Got my screwdrivers and my Allen key ready. I've got the oil set out for the screws. Nothing to do but to get started on this. Now, last time it took a couple of hours to do this work, and I don't think it'll take that much this time because I'm a little bit more familiar with it than I was last time. So let's look at these parts again. And as you can see, like last time, we have the big massive trays out, and this time I've got the mat out. I got my Partworks mat out because of this huge amount of metal that I don't want to get scratched. And I've got the third tray over here. I'm going to do a little bit better job this time with keeping track of my screws and washers, because I think I lost a pack of washers last time. I didn't have quite all the ones that I was required, so keeping a better track of those. And let's crack these trays open and get started. If I remember correctly, we start by making the big, this is the lower left leg. We start by making this big chunk in here. So let's get to it, and then I'll break in after I get through certain stages. Okay, here's a good place to put a chapter point. I've got both of the big bulky, boy, say that 5 times fast. Both of the big bulky sides that go on the sides of the legs, of the lower legs, are done. Of course, we still need our tires here, and this goes like basically something like this around the leg that I've brought back in from the other room. That is the foot right here, and going up to the knee joint, which is right there. So here we have the leg, and this part is going to go on right here, and the other part is going to go on something like that, and that's going to give us the lower right leg. So let's go ahead and do those attachments, and then we'll bring it back and show you what that looks like. Okay, both sides are on now. And I think I've solved the mystery from when I built the other leg. Remember how it would go up like this? But after I got it built, but so far it stopped and it wasn't doing that anymore. There's a pin right here. And that pin looks like it lines up with the 2 different positions. So if I wanted to raise that up, I would pull that out, raise it up, stick the pin back in. That would lock it in that position. And then this would lock it in the lower position. But I think when I get to building that pin, I will show you, but I do think that's, I didn't take that into account when I built the other leg, and that's why I felt like I was losing some mobility there. But that's both of the outside structures. Now I'm guessing, yeah, we're doing the fronts and the backs, so let me dig out those parts. And now the front of the leg is on. Front of the lower leg. Last thing to do is put the back sections on. We've got these 2 little magnetic panels that need to go on. I'm just waiting for the CA to kind of dry in that. Let's see. Nope, that's not that side. That's that side. Go ahead and put these in. Did I have that right the first time? Oh, that's right. That's how it goes in. And then this one goes in here. There you go. Okay, so all that's left is we've got some stuff to go in here, but really right now what we're going to work on is this stuff back here. So we'll get those panels out, and then next thing you know, we'll be done. We got a little bit of detail glue parts to glue on there. Still have the CA out. Went out and went to the toolbox, got the big screwdriver. Should have been using this thing all along. My hands were hurting. The little screwdrivers that they provide, they're okay. They're basic, they're remedial screwdrivers. I wouldn't mind paying a little more. If you're listening, Agora, I wouldn't mind paying a little more up front to get a decent reusable screwdriver, something that's not going to bite into your hands and hit your kill your wrists by the time you're done. But let's go ahead and get this back panel done. Okay, as promised, here are all the parts we've done so far, and I'm standing way back so as to get everything in the picture. Everything from his big lower leg to the chest pieces to both of the completed arms to his tiny noggin. Look at that. I mean, comparatively speaking, compare your size of your head to your lower calf. That's a tiny, and you figure it's going to be way up here somewhere, because I think it's fair to assume, I can only do this with one arm. See that his arm is going to be somewhere up in here. By the time you put the pelvis and the chest and everything together, if his arm is up there, then his head is going to be about even with the top of the shoulder. So yeah, he's gonna be tall when he's done. That's for darn sure, and heavy as sin. I mean, already the box is getting quite the thing to tote. Good news is I was right about those pins. I wasn't paying attention in the last build when I finished this one. The pin, that yellow thing here, functions. Let me clean some of this off, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's not necessarily an easy thing to do, but it is something you can do. This piece here is meant to peg up and down. There are two different holes in the inner leg for this to go in. And what happens is, yeah, it goes like this. When you peg it in the upper position and push it all the way in, that allows you to get the mobility on the posability on the ankle. When it's in the lower position, it's much more locked down. Again, try to pull this thing out, and then push it back in, and now you've got limited mobility. And that's how it's supposed to work in a perfect world. Now, knowing that we don't live in the perfect world, here's what happened on my other leg. For some reason that I have not discerned, this peg is not going all the way in. I can't get it to lock in either upper or lower position. I've checked, and it's not as deep, so I may have to disassemble this thing. I don't even know if you can disassemble this thing. Certainly, a lot of these panels that are press fit are not going to come back out easily. So, I have to figure out why that hole isn't as deep. I don't think there's anything blocking it. I don't think I put anything in backwards. I'm going to obviously go back in and check the tape of what I've done tonight, because this is the new leg, and figure out why it's not working. If worse comes to worse, I suppose I could cut the length of this peg, but I don't want to. I want to have the posability that I'm supposed to have. Even if I lock this in the upper position, I still want to have all of the options I'm supposed to have. So I got to figure out why. And wouldn't you know, that was like, oh, the first or second thing that we built. And which means all of this stuff is going to have to come off. And like I said, I'm not even sure it can. Have to do look at everything and do it backwards. But I'm not going to do that on camera, because you don't need to hear me screaming and cussing. So we'll have it figured out by the time we get to the next month's build. And that's where we're going to finish it for this month's build on the Agora Models build, the OG Optimus Prime, actually the IDW version of Optimus Prime. That will be it for this month. That'll be it for this year. That was chapter 9, or pack 9 out of 12. 10, 11, 12. Only 3 packs left. We still haven't built the hips. We still haven't done the upper legs. We still haven't put the wheels on. And not to mention, we haven't done any of the chest, except for the windshields. We haven't done any of the chest. We haven't done any of the electrics as far as bringing it all together. Haven't done any of the matrix of leadership. We haven't done any of the weapons. Haven't put the head on anything. So there's still a gracious plenty of things to do. But I have to say, I really like the amount of stuff that you're given to do in each of these sets. You don't feel like you're waiting around to put 2 screws in and then putting it back on a shelf for the next month. This is a interactive, fun build. I mean, you can lift weights over the month while you're waiting for the next part to come in. You can use this to work out with. This is at least, 8 pounds, maybe 5, 10, more than 5 pounds, maybe at least, somewhere. I'd have to get some scales out here to weigh this, but it's a heavy beastie. And you put 2 of these in, I hear tell it's going to be close to 30 pounds when you are done with it. So not only am I going to need shelf space, I'm going to probably need to reinforce the foundation somewhere to put this down. So until all are one and we are back on chapter 10, y'all be good. See you next time.